Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another Theorycraft. Today we're going to be theorycrafting something weird. I like to theorycraft weird things. I'm good at it. We're going to be theorycrafting a character that is essentially an AoE smiter. That is the general goal here. We're going to be AoE smiting things. Yeah, I know it's a little weird sounding, but it works though. We think it's going to work anyway. The general idea is a Amazon with as high of a crushing blow as she can possibly get, which is difficult, mind you. It's kind of difficult to create a really high crushing blow Amazon. And I don't really know exactly the 100% specifics, but we've been working it out on live stream, and so we have kind of an idea. Let me give her a name. Her name is going to be GGM underscore... What do we do for her name? I'm trying to think here. A name is so important for a theory-crafted character. And this character is going to be smiting everything. Crushing shot. This might be a little bit long. What's a synonym for crushing? I like to look up synonyms. Squash, squeeze, press, compress, pulp, mash, mangle, splat, pulverize. Pulverizer? That sounds like fun. Pulverizer. I like that. Pulverizer. There we go. She is now created. And now we got to edit her and give her all her equipment. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up our hero editor here, and I'm going to start editing in her character. We kind of worked out most of the equipment that she needs, so this shouldn't take very long. And let's go ahead and give her max gold. We're going to bring her to level 93. I feel like that's a pretty safe level for any build. Actually, you know what? We were talking about this recently, and 95 is not actually very difficult to get these days. So let's do 95. I feel like that's a better number. And then let's multiply out our damages and do drinks. Give her quests real quick. Give her all the waypoints. Why does it look like that? There we go. Get rid of that chunk. We don't need that chunk. Alright, so she needs her skill points. So she's 94 times 5 plus 15 is 485. She also needs her skill points. 94 times 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So she's at 106. I don't know why I did the times 1. That was silly. And then her stat points. I always got to look these up because I never remember. Or sorry, her health and mana. Amazons get 2 hit points per level. So 94 times 2 plus 50. So we're looking at 238. And this is important too because she may have very low vitality depending on how we want to build this. $178. And then her stamina is mana. $155. All right. Alright, she needs a mercenary. It's going to be a bow girl. There's really no choice. So let's just go ahead and give her a rogue scout. Cold arrow, most likely. Let's go ahead and make her whatever level, doesn't matter. There we go. Alright, let's get the merc set up first. She's important because she does need a faith bow, so let's go ahead and give her a faith bow from the item pack. By the way, all the items that I'm pulling for this come from my GGM's item pack. If you haven't downloaded it and you want to do theory crafting, what are you doing with your life? Because it makes things so much easier. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Stop it. Stop it. Alright, now I don't really need her to do damage, so I actually just want her to stay alive. And I think a Chains of Honor in an F Archon plate would be a really awesome choice for her. Just to make sure that she just doesn't die, ever. That would be great. And for her helmet... let's just give her a pretty standard... Andariel's Visage. Doesn't really matter too much for her. Alright, save. Now for myself, this is going to be fun. I need a bow. The beautiful, beautiful Witch Wild String. And we're going to need 2 burr runes to put in the Witch Wild String. That's right, I'm burring up a Witch Wild String, my boys. Who doesn't put burr runes in their Witch Wild String? It's obviously the best choice. Is just double burr in the Witch Wild String. You guys are silly if you didn't put 2 burr runes in your Witch Wild String. Let's see here. And for the helmet, we're going to be going with the beautiful, beautiful giant skull. We do not want it to be F. I accidentally clicked on the F one by mistake. Alright. That's actually a perfect giant skull, so that'll be interesting. I believe we have to put on High Lords. We tested this out. There's no other option if we want to hit the max breakpoint, so we have to wear High Lords. For the armor, we were thinking about either Duress or maybe going with an alternative build with Treachery and maybe some other pieces of gear. So let's go ahead and grab our... I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Oh, God. There he is. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let me put my stuff up. I'm going to take Kubus out real quick to go to the bathroom, man. I'm pretty sure he's got to go tinkle. I will be right back. Alright, Kubus has been evacuated. His bowels. Alright, so we got our Witchwild string, got our Hyloids. Let's grab Rune Word. We need a Duress. So probably an Archon plate. You just found a giant scale, Pat chat? Nice. Alright, for the gloves we need a pair of 22010s, which could be kind of hard to come by. Honestly, they just need to be 2010s. They don't even need to be 22010s. But the extra two would definitely be nice. Let me pull in a couple of these gloves and see if I have any just sitting around. I crafted a whole bunch of them and added them into the set a while back. And those are +2 jabs with 6% crushing blow. These are 20% with 10. They'll work just fine. We could even add the +2 skills on there real quick. 20% with 10 are pretty easy to come by. +2 20% 10s. Those are a little bit more difficult to come by. But let's go ahead and edit these. We'll take out the enhanced defense. That sounds fine. We'll take out the enhanced defense and add in the +2 skills. So tab skills, bow and crossbow, 2. Save. Alright, so there's our gloves. For boots, we're definitely going to be using gores. I don't really think there's even another choice that you could potentially make for this build. It's just, it's the choice. Alright, so we got our gores in there. And of course we're going to give ourselves a torch. No reason not to. A torch and an Annie. I don't build my characters without a cube in the inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and give her a cube too. We also need to upgrade the bow anyway, so let me go ahead and put the upgrade runes in here for the bow. She's going to need a lem and a co to upgrade the bow. A lemmy and a koi. And she's also going to need a perfect emerald. Alright. And then her belt and her rings are undecided at this point. Let me see if I can pull in some max damage charms real quick for her. What are these? Attack rating charms? These are attack rating charms. That's not really what I'm looking for. I guess I could edit them. I only really need to edit one. Damage. trying to remember how much they give. $10.75, $10.76. Okay. 76 looks like the max on that. And then the alternate effect would be HP. I would assume that would be what you'd want to look for, even though you might not be able to actually get your hands on it. That's definitely what you would want. So what's max? Like 45? Alright. So that should be correct now. Let's just go ahead and copy those, as many as we can. And then at this point, honestly, a poison damage charm. I was thinking poison damage charms would be really nice with this build. I mean, we could add some alternative pieces of equipment. So let's go in here and let's add some 320/20s. Why not? I mean, we're testing out the build to see how well it works, so. What is that? 85 poison damage? That's terrible. I can't seem to make a 451. They're only 113 poison damage, which I know they go a hell of a lot higher than that. None of these poison damage charms that are in here are even close to the maximum amount. Let's see here. So the highest modifier is Pestilent, which is 175 poison damage over 6 seconds. You found a Sir and a Jaw rune while you're listening to me B-Rage? Great. See? See? That's how it works. I have no idea how to properly craft a poison charm on these characters. I'm pretty sure last time I tried too, it just didn't actually work. Let's try getting the seconds right first. So about 100. 100 is 4 seconds. 150. 150 is 6 seconds, so that's the correct number of seconds. 500. It's not enough. 600 is very close. 599. 175 over 6 seconds. Good, we finally have something here. Alright, so now we need to modify the second effect, which is of Anthrax. Of Anthrax is a total of 50. So we need more poison damage. And a second modifier. So it would be 175 plus 50, which is a maximum of 225. 212. $219, getting close. $227, a little bit over. There we go. That's a 225. I don't know if these will actually work, but let's just copy a bunch of them. And I'll throw them in my inventory as necessary. Alright, and then let's grab the max damage charms too, just in case. Just the 320/20s, because why not? Let's throw those in there. Alright, we still gotta figure out what the hell ring she's gonna wear. Like, this should be interesting, I don't really know. I mean, as far as unique rings goes, she definitely needs a Ravenfrost for the, it cannot be frozen, I feel like. So there's, like, no getting around that. I feel like you just gotta have the Ravenfrost and one Slocket. I need Mana Steel. I need, like, a lot of Mana Steel. For the belt, I could probably go with the beautiful Razor Tail for right now. Just throw that in there. And then for the ring, I really need a Mana Steel ring, like a really nice Mana Steel ring at that. Preferably a Mana Steel ring with decent modifiers as well. Doesn't have to be like too super duper amazing. This is a dual leech, all resistance 15, 6 life steal, 7 Mana Steel. I don't really need the lifesteal. I do need attack rating though. That needs to be like 122 attack rating. I don't even think you can get 15 all res on a ring, on a rare ring. I'm pretty sure that's not correct. I think it's 11. I don't know if that's even going to work. Alright, I think we're pretty much set. I do need some 15% IAS jewels for the helmet. Let me just grab some jewels. Some 4015s, why not? And might as well put another one in my Merc's helmet. Why not? I could just be super decked out. I think she's finished. I think she is ready to be tested. So let's go ahead and bring her over into Diablo 2 Resurrected. And let's test her out. I just gotta copy her over, and then we can run the tests. Where are you at, my beautiful pulverizer? Yeah, that's why I said I was pretty sure that was not correct with the 15. I'm kind of excited about this one. Let's see what the hell happens. Let's see what the hell happens. Look at that Witch Wild string, looks pretty cool. She's kind of cool with the helmet on too. Let's see what kind of stats we're running, how much health we've got. Let's go ahead and yeah, the poison charms didn't work. They're just 100s, so they're no good. I don't know why, but I can never seem to get the poison charms right. They always end up coming out like this. So I guess we're just going with 3 20/20s. Man, I'll throw some poison charms in there anyway, just for lulz. Like, let's grab 2 poison charms just so we have some poison running. Let's go ahead. Throw our stat points in first so we can actually put our equipment on. We need to upgrade the bow as well. I almost forgot about that. Let's go ahead and upgrade the bow. Otherwise we won't know what the real requirements are for it. Lemco. Yeah, I got the wrong runes. I need Pul Lum, not Lemco. You fool! You fool! Let me just go ahead and edit in one real quick. Won't take me but a second anyway. All those sound effects. Freaking hero editor never wants to, like, be quiet. It always wants to make a million sound effects. Alright, just gotta reboot the game real quick and grab the items. My Scorn playthrough was epic. I think the number of butthole jokes that I made was epic. I think that's what was epic.
Good day.
Alright, there's my little runes. Alright, I almost forgot about the physical sunder. I want to put one of the physical sunders in there. See, can't use it. So 132 dexterity. Make sure we got all our strength in. Might be getting dex from other sources. Just make sure here. Okay, looking pretty good. Alright, so we're looking pretty solid there on our setup here as far as like stats are concerned. So I think we should be alright.
I can't use that. I'll put that to good use.
Alright, there's our beautiful, beautiful double upped witch wild string. Ah, the damage on it isn't really the greatest, is it? I don't think it really matters though. Alright, let's go ahead and put our points in. So we're definitely going to want 1 point in crit, 1 point in penetrate, 1 point in pierce. We're most likely going to cap out all the physical skills. So multi-shot gets its benefit from guided arrow. Not really sure if we want to actually max out multi-shot. Well, multi-shot maxes out strafe, so yeah, looks like we're gonna do it anyway. So I'll go ahead and max out guided, strafe, and multi-shot. And then we are left with 20 in penetrate for the attack rating. We have 33% pierce from Razor Tail, so we only need 66% on pierce. So that brings us really close to 100%, so we don't really need to worry about any more there. As far as plus to skills go, we don't really have like a huge amount, but at least 1 point in the dodges is always nice. And at this point, we might as well get a Valkyrie as well, because we got extra points. We don't need to put any in crit strike, because we have max deadly strike, so crit strike is useless to us anyway. Let's go ahead and grab a level 17 Valkyrie. And then we got 2 points left to do with what we want. I don't really know. I guess we could throw 1 more point into Pierce so that we have a full 100% instead of 99%. I guess 1 more point in Pierce doesn't hurt, and then 1 more point in Evade. And then we're going to have multi-shot on one hand and strafe on the other. Alright, so we got a lot of extra points to play around with as far as our stats are concerned. We do have a pretty decent amount of life. But let's go ahead and bring our life up to about 1,000. I don't like dealing with anything less than about 1,000 HP. So 1,006, that's not bad. And then let's just dump the rest into dexterity. So we're looking at 20,000 attack rating on strafe and 11,000 attack rating on multi-shot. Not terrible. Let's check our other stats here, see how we're rolling. So we've got 145% deadly strike, 90% CP, very nice. 43% open wounds. We've got 30% faster run walk. I like it. 70% increased attack speed, which should put us at the max breakpoint for IAS. So we should be sitting very nicely at the max breakpoint, which is 7 frames. With the fanaticism. Holy crap, does my mana go down fast. I have a feeling I'm going to need some mana pots. Hey, how's it going, man? I'm going to call you Bowie. I like Bowie from frickin' Yu Yu Hakusho. Your name is forever known as Bowie. I'm pretty sure that's not even how you pronounce it. Alright, let's go somewhere fun, shall we? So first let's go to cows. I think cows would be really fun to test out with this. So the goal of this build is literally just to do like ridiculous amounts of damage to everything, but not like a massive amount to any single target. Like I just want to like fire my bow like this and just hit everything on the screen and it just all dies. Which is the goal. Just everything dies at about the same pace. And it does. It seems to work very well. Let's test out my beautiful strafe. Oh yeah, we can test out strafe on Griswold. Look here, suckers. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You can get right on out my face. Like, there's monsters off the screen that are nice and dead, which is glorious. Exactly what I wanted. Griswold, we need to talk, you and me. How come you're not amped yet? all these shots and you're still not amped? Why aren't you amped? Oh, he amped me though, I'll tell you what. He said, hey, I can amp you. He said, how about that? Ow. I am on PA, right? Let me just double check. Yes, I am on PA.
I need mana.
Oh no, no mana steal on skeletons. Y'all are rude. Nobody likes skeletons. Alright. Let's get those cows on the road. I want to see how PA cows rolls with this character.
Greetings.
Yeah, you can amp a cursed monster. She attacks nice and fast. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very nice attack speed. Wonder what her guided arrow damage is. I can't even see the monsters that I'm attacking, really. That's the silly thing. So like, it doesn't even really matter because I can't really even see like the monsters that I'm shooting. Ow! Who is that doing all that DPS? You can go suck a lemon, sir. Of course, I didn't even summon my Valkyrie. I'm just having fun with it. I want to see the carnage. Like, everything off the screen should be dead. Like, anything that I'm hitting, pretty much, should just be dead off the screen. Like, if I run over here and look, there should just be lots of dead monsters, but it doesn't seem like it. I need my Valkyrie. Oh no, my Merc died. And see, that's part of the issue with this whole plan, is that if my Merc dies, I might as well just forget about it, because I can't hit the 7-frame breakpoint anymore. That's why I don't like relying on the Merc for stuff like this. Come back, Merc. Come back to me.
Well,
Don't run in the middle of the cows. Let's try guided arrow on this guy. I just realized I'm about to run out of arrows.
impossible.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll go grab 2 more stacks of arrows, or shall I? Put another stack on my offhand. I don't know what I was thinking.
Good day. Good day.
Toss on some click loss. I mean, it's about as expected. Like, it's kind of like a smiter. Like, you're just constantly firing shots. The crushing blow is dishing out its crushing blow damage to everything. Like, you don't necessarily kill any one thing super duper fast, but everything is dying pretty quickly. The only thing I'm noticing is that it doesn't seem like some of the stuff off the screen is being hit. I mean, theoretically, everything pretty much on the screen should be getting a love tap from my beautiful multi-shot here. I mean, I gotta get the angle of it kind of right. But you can see all the freaking life and mana steals going above my head. I mean, every single one of those life and mana steals is a target that I'm hitting. Even if I'm nowhere near them, I'm still hitting them. Get a little bit closer. Got the amp proc finally. Merc dies, of course. Of course, it would be nice if I actually cast my Valkyrie. I know, it's hard. Casting my Valkyrie. I even leveled her up to level 17 too, so she would be useful. So here we got a stone skin boss. I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. Let's grab our guided arrow. And let's pin him up against the wall. So as soon as my amp procs... Yeah, there we go. As soon as the amp procs, he dies really fast. There's another one. Dragon Eye the Unholy. I mean, as far as boss killing potential goes, she does great. Like, she has absolutely no issue killing bosses. Single target damage output is pretty insane. Her multi-target damage output is a little lackluster. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of unimpressed. I mean, this is P8, so granted, P8 is always going to be a difficult one, especially for physical characters. We got another boss right here, which I can pick out of the crowd. Boss dies pretty darn fast. 2 Eth-runes. This is PA, yeah, Nick. I imagine this would be going a lot differently if it was P1. I'm pretty sure she would just annihilate. You can just like guided arrow, just like push something away so easily. How's our strafe work? I'm kind of interested to see like the difference between strafe versus multi-shot, especially in like a big group. Like, because I feel like strafe is going to proc the amplify damage more often, like way more often. And on top of that, it probably also will proc the crushing blow way more often as well. De burr 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 burr. It's slow. It's sad. It's almost like the crushing blow isn't proccing on the multi-shot. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Like, I kind of feel like it's not. Because when I use the, like, just as an example, let's find one beautiful cow here. So if I'm shooting one cow with, for instance, like a regular attack, you notice how quickly the monster dies with just like a regular attack? Like it's a pretty fast death, right? And then take the multi-shot and doing the same exact thing. It's not quite as fast. Although I guess it is kinda there. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Chaos. In fact, you know what? Just for comparison's sake, let's see how well she does on like P1 real quick, just so we can get like a better idea. Lots of monsters. Frigid Highlands has lots of monsters. Let's go there. We'll go kill Shank real quick. Super easy, quick kill. See how quickly poor Shanky Poo dies. Pretty powerful in P1. Pretty much annihilates. Go kill poor Eldritch too, why not? Just shoot everything off the field. Alright. Let's go to P8 again. Let's go to Chaos this time. Get my strafe back on here. Strafe might be a little bit better right here because I got multi-targets. Get my amp damage running. Holy freeze, of course, making me slower. I feel like multi-shot's just not going as far as it should. Or it's not hitting the targets like off the screen like it should. Like, cause this guy up here, this little maw fiend, he should have been getting hit by my multi-shot. Like, is it really ending that quickly? I mean, those monsters over there are getting touched by it. It's almost like they're not activated yet. Like, it seems like some of the monsters off the screen weren't getting hit. Because I noticed, like, when I was on the cow level, there were some cows that just weren't getting touched. Like, I guess they were, like, not activated yet, and they just weren't getting bopped. Something to do with, like, a range issue. I mean, we are kind of exploiting range to the utmost degree, right? I mean, does the character work? Yes. The character definitely 100% works. I can't really say she doesn't. I'm not really sure that this build is really benefiting from the crushing blow as much as I would have hoped, though. She kills, honestly, she kills the Mothfiend about just as fast as my Smiter does. Like, if I'm single targets, like strafing, like, it's about the same kill speed. The issue comes in is when I'm strafing multiple targets, then everything gets nice and spread out. I know, the clear speed is not quite as good as I would like. Let's try dialing this down just a little bit, and let's go to P5. Let's see how well she does on P5. I'm gonna have to get to the P5 monsters, by the way. Let me just go ahead and run up. I mean, as far as damage goes, I'm literally dishing out about... This Cody in the background just doing stupid stuff for no reason. Like, chasing around like a plastic container and like smacking it with his teeth over and over again. Like, I don't even understand. Like, why? I don't even understand what joy there's in it, because half the time he cuts them up to the point where they're like razor blades, and I have to throw them away because like just touching them is like the worst experience ever. P5 clear speed is actually quite good. That was actually very nice. I'm not gonna complain about that. That was pretty sweet. They drop me any arrows? Did you drop me any arrows? You didn't drop me not a dang arrow, did you? Not a dangity dang one.
Impossible.
Yep, bad arrows. Oh yeah, that's right, I put some arrows on swap. Haha, because I'm smart. I'm intelligent. Kinda interested to see how quickly she kills Diablo too. The crushing blow should make that whole thing kind of trivial. Because she's running crushing blow and open wounds. Plenty of both. I kind of feel like she's better off just putting herself in the middle and just firing the bow as fast as she can. And of course the Merc dies again. Because she doesn't want to come in here with me. She thinks she's too cool for school. Let's go res the Merc. I think honestly P5 works just fine. Let's bump this back up to P8. Something about the P8 numbers, I guess, just doesn't quite click. Because once you P5, she does absolutely fine. She clears everything with just fine clear speed. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like amazing or anything, but like, it's about the same speed as my smiter does. Yeah. I wasn't going for amp damage. I'm going for crushing blow. Different thing entirely, Hills. Basically, I'm going for a max CB build.
I need mana.
Yeah, Grand Visor certainly died in a heartbeat. I almost think strafe works better. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of feels like strafe works better. Well, 90% is what we were looking at without, like, removing too much damage from the person. I mean, we could potentially go with a slightly different bow for more damage output. Wind Force may be another choice, just simply because Wind Force has more damage, more physical damage. But we wouldn't be able to put a shale rune in it. We'd have to put a burr rune in it. That would bring us down from 90 to... I'm trying to even think here. 70. So we'd be at 70% CB with Wind Force. Would definitely be a lot lower. I think we would need more IAS to hit the 7-frame breakpoint too. So we might have to sacrifice in some other places as well. I mean, as far as bosses go, like, Guided Arrow, like, absolutely demolishes them for the most part. Of course, I just ran out of arrows. Like, I mean, I'm basically like a smiter that's not a smiter. Like, it's actually kind of silly, like, how close I am to a smiter without actually being a smiter. It's like ranged smite at this point. And it's really obvious that, like, especially when I attack bosses and you see, like, how ridiculously fast a boss goes down. I mean, it works on any monster. Like, I can just guided arrow anything death to death, basically. Which is almost what makes me think that the multi-shot is not applying the CB properly. Because it doesn't seem like multi-shot is applying the crushing blow. I mean, if I... just as an example, like, take a target like this, let's grab a fresh body. So if I take this Stormcaster or this Venom Lord, I mean, you see how fast I take a Venom Lord down with Guided Arrow. And it's not really that much more damage than multi-shot. Whereas if I take multi-shot to take down the Venom Lord is not dying very quickly, like, at all, like, with multi-shot, and it's not really that much less damage. So it makes me think that the multi-shot is not applying CB at all, whereas Guided Arrow most definitely is applying CB. But then Strafe definitely does seem to be applying the CB because you can see it. Like, when you attack a monster with Strafe, you can watch the monster's HP just go down like crazy, but the problem is it spreads out the arrows too much, so you end up spreading your CB out between multiple targets. They do die pretty quickly with Strafe. And I'm thinking that maybe what's going on here is that multi-shot just isn't applying the damage. Or maybe the CB is somehow suffering a penalty or something. Under multi-shot. Because as far as I can tell, the damage that I'm outputting when I'm shooting multi-shot doesn't seem to include the CB at all. Like, it's very low by comparison. I mean, let's use Diablo as an example here, because obviously in any situation where I'm fighting a single target, I'm most likely going to be using Guided Arrow over anything else. So let me just go ahead and Guided Arrow him down. Am I even firing my bow? There we go. So he's blocking a lot of my attacks, and I'm getting my butt handed to me here. Let me try Strafe instead. I don't know. It does not really seem like the crushing blow is being applied. To Diablo, at the very least, who has the most HP out of everything that I've fought so far, Diablo would be the one target that the crushing blow should be applying to the most. You run my happy butt. Do the walk of shame. Let's do the walk of shame. The walk of shame. Yeah, I don't like running the low HP Zons either. Like it's painful to me to run the low HP Zons. Because they get into situations like that where they literally can't sit still or they end up dying.
I can't.
Alright, let's swap out the physical center for that max damage charm that I had. Where was that thing at? Can't even remember where I put the dang thing.
Greetings.
Hiding it in plain sight. I need some more arrows too.
Hello.
Hello, Diablo, my old friend. I've come to play with you again. I forgot to get some freaking scrolls of town portal. But that's okay, there's one on the floor. Do 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 do.
I am overburdened.
Let's grab some potions before we fight Diablo.
Hail to you, gentlemen.
I don't really need mana potions against him. Let's just grab a bunch of HP potions. My guided arrow's pretty fast. Yeah, the Merc won't stay alive.
Thank you.
She's about to die. Surprising just how bad this is on P8. I mean, granted, this is P8 Diablo, so, I mean, it does take a little while. But with the speed that I was able to kill most of the regular elites, I would have thought it would have worked a lot better on Diablo than it is. I mean, granted, he is, 6.25% crushing blow instead of 12.5%, which isn't quite as good. Let's do a little bit of research, shall we? Let's take a look on Amazon Basic. So yeah, only the center two arrows of multi-shot are applying the crushing blow, the open wounds, or anything. Which basically means that multi-shot just wouldn't work for this build at all. Like, it's not really a good build. Like, as far as like multi-shot is concerned, it would have to be strafe. At which point, let's check strafe and let's see how strafe would apply these. Problem with strafe though is it just doesn't really hit enough monsters. I mean, we could try it again with strafe instead of multi-shot and just see how the speed goes. I mean, I was trying strafe on Diablo 2 though, and it didn't really quite work as well as I would have hoped. Poor Mrs. Pulverizer. Can't quite hack it, literally.
What do you need?
What do you need? Let me go grab another bow just to see if it's the physical damage. Trying to think what other bows I have laying around. What bow do you have on you? Part of me is wondering if a faith bow wouldn't necessarily be better. Just out of curiosity. I do have a Faith Grand Matron and a Wind Force sitting here. We can test out both of them. I need a burr rune. I need a burr. 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 I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll just grab these two bows and play around with it. I'm actually kind of curious how it would work with the faith bow. Or the Wind Force, for that matter. Damage output is like insanely better with the Wind Force, of course. How much crushing blow have we maintained? 50% chance of crushing blow with a 50% deadly strike, so we're still pretty high. Go grab my mercenary. I don't think we're at the seven frames anymore. Wind force is too slow for that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't really seem all that much faster. I'm sure that the crushing blow won't work on multi-shot, but the multi-shot damage will probably be better. Marginally. Meh. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all with this build. I feel like for what I had to do to make this build work, it's just not really worth it. I mean, yeah, it does function in P8. It doesn't really like do very well at killing Diablo though, and even with the wind force, it doesn't really do that much more damage. Between the Witchwild String and the wind force, there's really not a huge change in damage output. I mean, we're talking about with the Witchwild String, we have a strafe damage of 2,872 with a 100% crit chance, which is more like what, 4,005, like 5,600, 5,700. With the wind force, we have a lot lower crit chance, but probably still pretty high. But we're at 8,100, so it's about like 2,000 or 3,000 more physical damage per shot. But that's only with the single target. I mean, here's an interesting thing. We have a immune to physical Grey Maw here. Kind of interested to see how that turns out. Let's target him specifically. See if we can get the crushing blow to do its job in the open wounds. Of course, I don't have the Sunder in my inventory, do I? I do not. Let's go grab that real quick, because I did want to test out how well the Sunder worked with the amp damage on a monster that's immune to physical. Still haven't cursed him. There we go. And it's actually quite fast. That's pretty impressive. When the amp damage actually procced. Was the term underwhelmed? I'm just like completely underwhelmed, basically. Just the least amount of whelmed. 1% whelmed. The whelming is so low. Alright, let's try this with one other variable real quick, just for lulz. Let's grab the faith bow and put it on ourselves. I just kind of want to see what it's like when she's not constantly running in and out of my my reach, which is what she's doing. She keeps running in and out of my my range, and so like I keep running out of the effect of the fanaticism effect, like all the time. She's just constantly being a derp. That's where having the faith bow on the merc sounds cool in theory, and then you actually put it on her, and she's just like off licking the lava, and you don't understand why she's off licking the lava. She just is off licking the lava, and you don't ask questions anymore. You're just like, okay, can you just come over back over here? Just you know what? Lick the lava at least within fanaticism range of me, please. It would be grand if you could, potentially. Just find it in your heart. Just, yeah, melting crayons and eating them. It's like when you ask your son to hold the flashlight for you, and like you're like, okay, son, I just need you to hold the flashlight for me and point it right here, and you literally point exactly where he needs to hold it, and like the whole time while he's holding the flashlight, it's just slowly drifting off, and like by the time like 10 seconds has gone by, like it's literally like pointing up in the air, and he's still like not even paying attention, and you're like, son, and he's like, what? It's like, the flashlight. He's like, oh, and he points it back at the thing, and then 10 seconds later it's somehow pointing at his own eye, and he's staring into the flashlight directly, and you're just like, I give up. And you just hold the flashlight in your own mouth because you have no choice, and it's terrible, and you can't keep it on target, but it's better than your son who keeps like pointing it at random things, like, hey dad, there's a raccoon over here, and you're like, I'm with Johnny, we know there's a raccoon over there, okay, he's our pet, alright, we don't. I think the moral of this story is that the multi-shot does not work with this build. Because if I fire strafe, she does really well. Like, just in general, it doesn't matter if I'm using Witch Wild String or if I'm using the Wind Force or if I'm using any of the... Like, when she's strafing, the Crushing Blow is actually applying to all the targets, and it's very nice. And the knockback is doing its job, but like, it's nowhere near as cool as it would have been if multi-shot actually worked with the effect. I mean, P8 clear speed is a little slow, but she definitely doesn't have any trouble with the elites. The only weird thing that I noticed was that when I was fighting the bosses, it was like a completely different story. When I fought Diablo just kind of like ignored the Crushing Blow completely. It was weird. Almost as if like the Crushing Blow just didn't even work on him. Let's put the Faith Bow back on, see what happens. I mean, damage output from the Faith Bow is definitely a hell of a lot better. I think at this point we're looking at a balanced damage output. Let me try this again with Strafe and the Wind Force Bow, just to get like a better idea.
How does it feel?
It's weird. Like, multi-shot doesn't work with Crushing Blow, apparently. Like, it just, like, it's only, like, the center two shots, and even then, like, it doesn't seem to work properly.
Oh.
Strafe does, though. Like, it's very obvious that Strafe works with Crushing Blow, whereas multi-shot is not.
Oh.
Guided arrow is working really well with crushing blow. But then there's like some really weird things going on where like when I'm attacking Diablo, it doesn't seem like the crushing blow is working at all. Like I'm sitting here shooting Diablo with a 7 breakpoint, you know, like just spamming guided arrows at him, and it doesn't seem like his HP is going down like at all.
Huh.
But I'll take like a random elite monster. Like if I pick a random elite monster out of a crowd and I just start spamming guided arrows at him, like his HP just gets demolished. And I can't quite figure out what's going on other than like there seems to be some kind of inconsistency on whether or not crushing blow is actually being applied to a target or not. Because some of the monsters are getting obliterated and some of them are just like completely not getting obliterated. I can't really explain it. It doesn't. I even pulled out a Wind Force and a Faith Bow just to like double check it, and it doesn't seem to be damage output. It's the crushing blow's not working.
I see it working now on these little mobs.
Yeah, like you can totally see it work on like regular monsters. It works great. When I attack an elite monster, like Lord Decease or something like that, it totally works on him. Like you can see it just chunk his HP down like crazy. And that's what I'm saying is it seems to be like inconsistent. The multi-shot just doesn't work on multi-shot at all. Like you can tell, like because when you're firing multi-shot versus when you're firing strafe, the monster's HP just doesn't move like hardly anywhere near as much as it does with strafe.
I heard Leech worked similarly, how it only worked on the... There's something weird about multi-shot and applying effects.
Yeah, apparently it says it only works on the center 2 shots. So the center 2 arrows of multi-shot are the only ones that actually apply the crushing blow.
Well, that's silly and frustrating.
I mean, as it is, the build works as like a strafe build. Like, it actually works very good as a strafe build, because the crushing blow is actually applying with strafe. And, I don't know, this is P8 that I'm in right now. And she doesn't have, like, a really hard time clearing P8. There's a lumber sitting on the ground. What's really weird, though, is that when I'm shooting Diablo, like, he blocks a lot of attacks. I don't know what it is with him, but he doesn't like to get hit by guided arrow.
That's so weird.
I'm gonna try it again here. Maybe it was
I
just
noticed
a
that
fluke.
on my boson too. That giant skull working though.
Oh yeah, the knockback on the giant skull is great.
I think we're about to run 20 Ubers, by the way, if you wanted to hop in for that. Maybe make a nice little clip or something. Or...
20 Ubers.
Yeah, Big Bubba Hubbas has 20 of each key.
Wow, okay.
Should I tell him not to come down here or hop in a new voice channel?
Oh, I'll finish up this video, and as soon as I kill Diablo, I think I'm going to finish this Theorycraft up.
Okay, alright. Yeah, it looks interesting. Sucks that multi-shot works that way.
Yeah, because then it doesn't really work how I planned at all, right? Because how I planned it was, you know, like an AoE static field sort of a thing going on, right?
Waves and waves of death.
Yeah, but it's not working like an AoE static field. It's working like just AoE damage.
Yeah, like machine gun. Like a turret.
I mean, I certainly am not doing bad damage.
For P8, that's great for a bow. Remember mine last ladder.
I'm very disappointed in the Diablo kill speed, though. Like, just if you want to hang out, because I just spawned him. Like, he's not... Like, the Diablo kill speed is terrible. it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm watching on stream right now.
Like, it doesn't really seem like his HP goes down very much at all with the crushing blow. And, oh man, he hits really hard too, because this character just doesn't have a lot of defenses. I mean, I probably could cap out the reses if I put in some other charms.
Yeah, that feels terrible, especially compared to a smiter.
Like, I mean, you would think that I would be just like chunking down his HP, even with strafe, which I guess technically should be hitting faster than guided arrow. Not really the greatest. Maybe he has really high physical resistance or something. Maybe that's what's going on. Because comparatively to some of the elites, like, it definitely just feels awful. Like, the amount of damage output I've got on him.
Well, it looks like the crushing blow is proccing. You can see the effect above his head.
Yeah, I mean, it is working, but it's not, like, the greatest. I mean, the other thing is I could always, like, screen lock him and just fire until he's dead, which I have done before with Diablo. It's pretty funny. Of course, now I lost my merc, so I lost the IAS.
Wait, so bosses have reduced crushing blow effect as well?
6.25% for bows.
Okay.
12.5% for smiters. So the smiter essentially has the same crushing blow percentage versus bosses that the bosons have versus everything.
So weak.
I guess for P8, like, it's not like awful, but it definitely doesn't feel amazing.
Did you do any cows?
I did. Multi-shot was horrendous in the cows.
Oh, it's not good. Oh no.
Because it wasn't applying the crushing blow to the cows. Like, I was still doing damage, and it still worked, I guess. The funny thing is, though, is that on P, I changed it to P5, just for lulz, just to kind of like test and see like how quickly she could kill things. Even with just multi-shot, which wasn't actually even applying the crushing blow, she was literally still just like murdering everything in like P5. So it wasn't until about like P8 where she starting to struggle a little bit. And that's with the Witch Wild String. I didn't even like I swapped it down to like P1, went and killed like Shank real quick and just like demolished him.
Yeah.
Like, just for comparison here, like, let me go to P1 real quick. And just go murderize Eldritch. Oh, okay. Little frickin' fire archers.
The crushing blow is on doesn't, well...
I mean, as you can see, everything, including Eldritch, is already dead. It was like 10 seconds. All right.
Yeah, P1, she's gonna massacre.
Alright, guys and gals, I'm going to end this Theorycraft here, and then we're going to go kill some Ubers, and let me do my outro, and then I'll stop the recording.